Former Deputy President Kisii Gachagua says that his impeachment last year will not hinder his political ambitions for the 2027 general election. In an interview with the local media, Gachagua confirmed that he is still exploring legal avenues to challenge his impeachment and seek a redress. He expressed confidence that the case will not affect his political influence or support base, arguing that the impeachment, which he believes was aimed at derailing his career, has actually boosted his popularity. Gachagua described the impeachment as a blessing in disguise, claiming it has strengthened his political standing and even expressed gratitude to President William Ruto, suggesting that his removal from office had increased his influence.
Hiyo kesi hakuna kitu imezuia. Hata nini? Mimi naendelea, mimi ni kiongozi. Hata nikiwa na hiyo kesi inaendelea kotini, ukija pale kwangu kwa Monyoro kumejaa. Wakenya wote wako pale. Kwa sababu mimi ni kiongozi. Kesi hakuna kitu inazuia. Hii kesi haiwezi simamisha Kenya. Sio mimi peke yangu Kenya. Sio lazima mimi niongoze Kenya, lakini mimi niko na ushawishi, niwe na kesi niwe sina. Nikuulize, mwaka wa 2013 William Ruto na Uhuru Kenyatta walikuwa na kesi ya mauaji na upakaji, walisimama. Katiba ya Kenya iko very clear, my friend. Hakuna mtu atakuzuia kusimama kiti yote kwa sababu uko na kesi ambaye haijakamilika kotini. What the law says is that the right to vie for elective office is absolute, as long as you have not exhausted the mechanisms available to seek for remedy. Nobody can stop you from vying for political office. That is the law. In fact, impeachment ndio imenipatia umaarufu zaidi kuliko.
Kisii County KUPPET leaders have issued a one-week ultimatum to the government to resolve the ongoing teachers' health insurance crisis or face mass protest. Speaking in Bonchari, the union officials decried the suffering teachers endure while seeking medical care due to delayed insurance fund disbursement. They warned that failure to address the issue will lead to industrial action, with the teachers downing their tools. The leaders criticized the government for withholding funds meant to safeguard teachers' healthcare, calling it a gross injustice to educators who dedicate their lives to shaping the nation's future.
So as teachers of Kenya, we are giving our government a last warning, and we are giving it a notice that if within the next 1 week the government does not release the funds that are required to safeguard the healthcare of the teachers of this country, we will down our tools. We will advise all parents not to take their children to school because we shall not be there. The police also.
Following the tension between the Social Health Authority and healthcare providers, which have crippled services across the private facilities for a section of government employees seeking treatment, the authority has announced a raft of changes to address the claims, including the involvement of investigative agencies. In a statement by State House spokesperson Hussein Mohammed and a State House Economic Council advisor Moses Korea, Shah revealed that it had discovered some facilities were submitting claims that were not genuine. In response to this, the authority announced that it had alerted investigative agencies to conduct an audit of the claims. Meanwhile, Shah has announced changes to the payment system for patients, stating they will be notified via short message service once hospitals receive payments for the services provided.
Pearl Newsbeat.
The High Court has upheld its ruling quashing the new university funding model, rejecting the government's appeal that it was unconstitutional and unfair. Justice Chachamwita ruled the model was unconstitutional, lacked a legal framework, and was discriminatory. He criticized the Higher Education Loans Board, the Education Cabinet Secretary, and the Attorney General for their contradictory actions as they sought to suspend his judgment while claiming compliance. The ruling came after the university's Fund and Help upheld the decision, arguing that it called a halt learning in universities due to delays in funding. The model was challenged by the Kenya Human Rights Commission and other groups, claiming it locked out thousands of students from higher education, violating their right to education.
Pearl Newsbeat.
And across borders, Botswana authorities have confirmed 9 deaths due to rare flooding that hit the country following record rainfall over the past week. The flooding, which affected over 5,000 people, resulted in 6 minors among the victims. UNICEF reported that around 600,000 school children have faced disruptions, with the schools closed since last week, although most are expected to reopen next week despite potential service interruption. The situation is improving as rain subsidies. More than 600 people remain in evacuation centers. Local Red Cross Society CEO Kultwano Mukokamani said relief efforts are ongoing at these centers. Many residents like Calvin Wallace lost their belongings due to the flooding.
Pearl Radio, the home of fresh and classic hits.